Their extravagant spending frustrated many WeWork employees, who felt underpaid and undervalued. After closing the deal, Masa asked Adam a question: who wins in a fight, the smart guy or the crazy guy? Masa answered his own question: the crazy guy, who is willing to do whatever it takes. But then he told Adam something surprising: he wasn't being crazy enough. Masa challenged him: whatever your current strategy is, make it 10 times bigger. This wasn't unusual for Masa, earning him the nickname Mr. 10 Times. He was known for telling founders to scale their ambitions by 10, no matter what their current projections were. But in Adam's case, that was wild, because Adam was already one of the most ambitious, over-the-top founders anyone had ever met. To be told by his mentor that he wasn't thinking big enough was shocking. Many believe this moment changed everything for WeWork. For the first time, someone wasn't reining Adam in, they were telling him to be even crazier. Chapter 10: Turn Up the Crazy. With billions in fresh funding from Masa Son, Adam Neumann now had a war chest and a simple directive: think bigger, act crazier. Any pretense of financial restraint was gone. Adam's first mission? Eliminate the competition. He invited the CEO of Industrious, a rival co-working firm, onto a private jet to propose an acquisition. But when Industrious declined, Adam laid out his backup plan: WeWork would approach every Industrious client and offer them a year of free rent to switch. If that didn't work, he'd offer 2 years free. Still no takers? Fine, 3 years, completely free. It was an insane proposition, no competitor could survive that. And everyone knew Adam now had the money to make good on the threat. Industrious was worried but couldn't understand how this made financial sense. They figured Adam was bluffing and walked away. He wasn't bluffing. WeWork launched the aggressive campaign, offering free years of office space to steal customers. Even tiny, one-location competitors were in the crosshairs. By 2017, Adam was either threatening to buy out or crush nearly every rival. In one case, a WeWork employee posed as a potential client touring a competitor's building. Instead of just touring, he scribbled down the names of every tenant. Soon, each was contacted and offered a full year of free rent to jump ship to WeWork. At another competitor's office, Adam sent a steel drum band to perform outside, while loudly advertising WeWork's massive discounts. Adam bragged to investors: I can obliterate any co-working company I want. The aggression didn't stop there. WeWork also ramped up lawsuits, suing smaller rivals like URWork, WeLabs, and HighWork over their names. Their complaint? The combination of a 2-letter pronoun followed by the word work. It sounded ridiculous. Most of these companies weren't even real threats. The irony wasn't lost: Adam's ruthless business war completely contradicted his public message about community and changing the world. Fueled by Masa Son's billions, WeWork tripled its marketing budget. Hiring exploded, from 50 new employees a week to 100. It took just 1 year to double locations from 100 to 200. They had a ceremonial gong in headquarters they'd strike every time a new office opened, but expansion was so rapid, the constant gonging became a distraction. The downside? Expansion became reckless. WeWork pushed into markets they didn't understand. When opening in Kuala Lumpur, Adam famously asked if it was a city or a country. By now, WeWork had 100,000 members. Adam predicted they'd hit 1 million soon. Masa upped the ante: why stop at 1 million? Why not 5? Suddenly, everyone inside WeWork was forced to raise targets and projections, whether they made sense or not. For perspective, WeWork generated $400 million in revenue in all of 2016 and still posted a huge loss. But now, Adam demanded that a single region generate over $1 billion. The numbers were pure fantasy. With the relentless expansion, due diligence fell apart. Commissions skyrocketed. Tenants got their first year completely free. And because everyone knew how desperate WeWork was for growth, landlords held all the power. WeWork paid wildly inflated leases. Deals that once made sense now bled cash. They even stopped negotiating for landlords to fund renovations; WeWork paid for them instead. Worst of all, there was no real strategy. Everything felt chaotic. Still, the team was under strict orders: never slow down. There was no time to review or fix the process. WeWork's 2017 goal had been a $500 million profit. Instead, they posted a $1 billion loss. Expenses were rising faster than revenue. But Adam wasn't worried. He insisted the strategy had merely shifted, they were staying in growth mode longer. Revenue was rising, so valuation was too, and that's what mattered. Profit? That could come later, right? While Adam and Masa stayed confident, some early investors grew uneasy. Quietly, they questioned whether Adam was still the right CEO. But removing a founder was messy, just look at Uber. Venture capitalists wanted to stay founder-friendly. And besides, Adam controlled the votes. No one could really stop him. An internal survey revealed another problem: the community WeWork sold to the world wasn't real. 69% of members admitted they had no friends at WeWork outside their own co-workers. The magic of those early locations, the connections, the energy, was lost in the chaos of expansion. If WeWork wasn't really about community, what was its unique selling point? When asked, Adam replied, "Our valuation and size today are much more based on our energy and spirituality than on any revenue multiple." Still, Adam was determined to reframe WeWork not as a real estate company, but as space as a service, capitalizing on the rise of software as a service, SaaS. In his words, what they were building would be bigger than the iPhone. WeWork funneled millions into developing tech projects, including an internal system dubbed Google Analytics for space. It pulled data from sensors and interviews to generate insights like people prefer desks by windows, and friends tend to live near each other. Groundbreaking stuff. When building tech proved harder than expected, Adam went on a buying spree. He acquired companies left and right, most unrelated to co-working. One bizarre purchase? Wave Garden, a Spanish company that made wave pools, for $13.8 million. No one knew how it fit into WeWork, but Adam loved it. He also bought Meetup.com for $156 million, even though Meetup had struggled financially for years. It got so bad that WeWork employees started trying to stop Adam from meeting other founders, because he'd inevitably want to buy their companies too. But with billions from Masa, Adam figured, what could possibly go wrong?